Hey guys, you have McGann the Fangirl here representing the Game Flames on the Fanily channel, and while at Gen Con, I got to do an interview with Dace Scott from Evil Genius Games. He is the owner of the company. He is such a nerd. I just love talking to him. He really knows what he's talking about, and he loves it. I think you guys are gonna really like getting to know him.
Hi, my name is Dace Scott, and I'm the owner of Evil Genius Games, and we create a game called Everyday Heroes.
How did Evil Genius Games come about?
Oh, wow. It's sort of a funny story. I'm a big fan of the legendary game designer Jeff Grubb, and I ran into him on the streets of Seattle and started to dote on him about how amazing D20 Modern was, the game that was launched based on 3.5 in 2002. And after getting to know him, I twisted his arm and convinced him that we should reboot the game under the name of Everyday Heroes using the 5th edition rules. It took a while, it took a lot of beers, but eventually he was convinced, and we assembled an amazing design team to go out and rebuild this game from scratch.
And what do you love most about running a game company?
Oh, geez. What is there not to love? One thing I really enjoy is talking to the fans of the game and talking about some of the things they like about our game, and then remembering back to how we came up with that idea. It's fun because we had a lot of really amazing designers, and there are a couple times where we had really, really fierce debates about mechanics, and some of them made it in and some didn't make it in. So it's fun when people sort of acknowledge that and go, oh man, why didn't you do this mechanic? Like, we almost did, it got put on the chopping block, and so it's a lot of fun interacting with people who play this game and listening to what they want to see in the next version of the game and the next cinematic adventures.
Tell me about your sort of catalog of titles here in the short form that you can, and especially the new ones I see are Highlander and Total Recall.
Yes, absolutely. You can sort of see the games that we have here. So everything starts out with this lovely book right here, the Everyday Heroes book. It's about 500 pages, and it has everything you need to be able to play modern role-playing games. We have over 6 archetypes. We've got 20 classes. And we have everything you need from hacker rules to chase rules to modern firearms built in this book right here. This is the base that you need. But if you actually want to expand beyond that into specific cinematic environments, we have 6 of them. Starting over here on this side, we've got Escape from New York. Who wouldn't love to be Snake Plissken? Then we also have Pacific Rim, where you can actually pilot your own Jaeger and go after kaiju. In this particular scenario, you actually get to build your own Jaeger from scratch and level them up while you level up yourself. Then we got the amazing Kong Skull Island. I don't know about you, but when I saw this movie, I watched out and went, that was a great D&D session. So I'm super excited that we have the ability to do this. For those of you who don't know, Skull Island, everything on the island is trying to kill you. And so we try to recreate that experience in this game. And of course, there's the mighty Kong, who is always ever present as a godlike figure, which you can actually gain sympathy from, and he can help you do certain actions with the more sympathy that you build with him. So it's a lot of fun mechanic. Then we have the Crow, and what's really exciting about the Crow is we actually convinced the producers to go beyond just one death spirit. So now, if you die, you may not only be revisited by the Crow, but we created a pantheon of death spirits. So we have the Mastiff, the Moth, the Butterfly, the Cat, the Snake, and all of those different creatures have different reasons for bringing you back and for different purposes and causes. So you can actually run an entire team of Crow heroes, all with different agendas and all with different superpowers. And then here at the con, we're actually releasing 2 new books, which I'm super excited about. The first is Highlander. Oh my goodness, I'm just super excited about this project. Because one of my favorite movies, but we actually have some really, really fun rules in here. Rules about the quickening. We got rules about beheading. We have beheading mechanics. We also have dueling mechanics as well, because of course all of it comes down to being only one. So we're excited about that. And really, this is actually my favorite system that we've created so far, which is Total Recall. And the reason why I love Total Recall is because I watched that movie and I was like, I have so many questions. Like, Martians? Where did they come from? Where are they now? How can you push one button and all of a sudden you create atmosphere for an entire planet in under 3 seconds? What other Martian technology exists? So we try to spend a little bit of time exploring the mystery of the Martians, Martian technology. We even have a class called the Martian Gadgeteer, which actually his skill set is acquiring Martian technology and adapting it to turn it into weapons. Then we also have sort of mutation rules as well, because what we wanted to do is we wanted to sort of explore the idea of mutations and sort of like Cleatu and his mind reading abilities and all this other sorts of good stuff. And so we have the ability for you to be able to take on mutations as part of your player character. Now what's nice about all these different games is that they're all 5e compatible, which actually means that you can mix and match these across your home game, as well as if you want to bring them into your D&D session or any other 5e compatible system. So it's really a toolkit for whatever you want to do based on some of the most beloved movie franchises that exist today.
And so you said Highlander was one of your favorite movies. Have you made your absolute favorite movie into a game yet?
Oh my goodness! Well, listen, all these are from my childhood, so that you can sense the theme. No, there's a couple out there that I'm hunting down from a franchise perspective that I cannot. Someday if I get them, I will let you know that this was something that was made out of love and I can't wait to introduce it.
And for all the aspiring game makers out there who would like to follow in similar footsteps, what was the process like for getting licensing for these movie franchises? Because I imagine it's not as easy as saying, hey, I'd like to make a game.
It was very hard, yeah. I mean, so it took a lot of education to even teach them what this was, right? And we had a lot of questions like, so you're going to basically have people run around with guns? No. In their mind, they're going to have guns. But once they actually got it and you were actually once we were actually to talk their language, it was a lot easier to do. We plan to be releasing a season of adventures every single year. We're working on our 2024 slate, which is a lot of fun right now. We just can't wait to continue to introduce more. And we'd like this all to be fan-driven. So if you're not on our Facebook page, come onto our Facebook page and tell us what movies you want to see turned into cinematic adventures.
And is the Facebook page just Evil Genius Games?
It is, yes, /Evil Genius Games.
And I'm actually surprised. So in this day and age, there's still people and companies who have no idea what the RPG D&D kind of system is.
You'd be surprised, and I think a lot of people think automatically that we're a video game company because that's what they're used to. But once they understand it, they get really excited about it. One of the best moments was when we were selling the producers of The Crow on the idea of making a game, and he said, "Yeah, I've heard about D&D, but I've always wanted to play." He goes, "Could you run me through a game?" And so we ran him through a D&D game. Just because he'd never done it before. He was like super psyched about it. He's like, I can't wait to play this again. So, we're making true believers out of everybody.
That's amazing. Okay, and I've asked this question to everybody I've interviewed. I think it's just fun. What was your favorite game to play growing up?
Oh wow! So I was the guy that everyone hated because everyone wanted to play D&D, and I always wanted to play modern day role playing games. So I was the person who pushed D20 Modern and everybody. Spycraft, I love Spycraft back in the day, and like Star Frontiers. We were just talking with one of my GMs about Star Frontiers and how much I love Star Frontiers because it was just a really super simple, just sci-fi game, where you had 5 alien races. One of them was like a blob type character, and you had you could pick from a laser pistol or a pulse pistol or a slug gun, and it was just. For me, that was like one of the best experiences of my childhood.
That's great. So are all of these available now? Can you tell just anybody watching from home how to get a hold of these if they want them?
Yes, absolutely. So the season includes 8 cinematic adventures. 6 of them are released today, released as of today. The only 2 that are missing are Rambo and Universal Soldier, which will be available in October. But all of these should be able to be found through your friendly local gaming store or through our website, evilgeniusgames.com.
And is there anything else that you'd like people to know about Evil Genius Games or yourself or anything?
Yeah, what I encourage everyone to do is feel free to check us out, and we're 5e compatible, so if you already know how to play D&D, You can learn how to play us really quickly. We have a lot of modules free that are online. You can get them through drive-thru or our website. So you can actually download it, read about it, try it before you buy. And I just recommend you go in and give this a shot, because I think you're going to have a lot of fun. And then just one more plug, we just announced today, hot off the presses, that we are formally launching our Urban Arcana Reboot. It's going to be called Everyday Arcana, and it's going to be a big game. We're actually announcing 4 books: a player's guide, a GM's guide, a bestiary, and a scenario. And all 4 of them will be released at Gen Con next year. And we have helming the whole project, we have the amazing BJ Hensley, who, as you may know, just came off of running the developing the Cephalofair role-playing game based on Gloomhaven.
I'm trying not to interject and get too excited and geek out too much. Okay, anything else? Otherwise, I will wrap up the video part.
That's it. Hope to see you.
And to any of my members here on YouTube, a huge bottom of my heart thank you for all of your help and support. If you would like to become a paid channel member, there is a link in the description below. Thanks again, guys. Love you. Well, family members, we're almost done, but I want to invite you to hang out with me in some other places. I'm on Twitter and Instagram as my own personal self, and I have a Facebook page too, but I mostly just post photos over there. And sometimes people say, "Hey McGann, I want to mail you something. How do I do that?" Easy. Just click the About tab on my channel page, and my most current P.O. Box info will be right there. I also run another channel, The Family. It's really a hodgepodge channel where we might post anything. Oh yeah, and I also sell shirts and stickers and stuff with the Family and the Fangirl logos. If that is your cup of tea, I have a link in every description of every video. Finally, if you want to help out the Fangirl channel and make sure I'm putting out video essays for years to come, the best way you can help is by subscribing and watching more of my videos, whether they're new, old, whatever. Maybe even share 1 or 2 on social media, help spread the word. People who watch to the end of videos, like you, helps to tell the site, hey, this is a good video, we should recommend it to other people. So if you made it this far, leave me a comment of something like, hey, I made it to the end. Love ya. See you next time, family members. Bye.